Hey, good afternoon. This is Tammy with Flippin Furniture. We are going to work on this book today. All I've done so far is painted it. It's just a bigger book. It's a kid's book, so it is bigger than most books, you know, if you will. And it kind of looked like, of course, I grabbed, okay, yeah. Well, it's not this one. It's bigger than this one, but yeah, anyway, never mind. I was going to show you what it looked like before, but I don't have the before of this one, so anyway, but yeah. That's an encyclopedia of animals. So, like I said, all I have done is, I'm going to move you down so you can see. And I'm going to turn on my iPad so I can see when you guys get here. Okay, there I am. All right. Oh yeah, I do need those. I was going to be looking for those. Okay, so let me move my iPad out of your view. Maybe a little. So you don't have to look at that. Hey, Debbie. Okay, so I posted these for prints earlier to see what you guys wanted me to work with. And the last time I looked, the snowman was winning by quite a bit. So that's what we're going to go with. I'm just going to double check. Okay, making sure this is our front here. And the snowman was the clear winner, like I said, at least when I looked about 15 to 20 minutes ago. So, hey, Meg. Okay, I'm going to try to bend that a little bit more so that it lays a little flatter to work on. Okay, and again, I got to double check. Okay, because I have been known to do these backwards or upside down. So, good afternoon, Michelle. Okay. So, like I said, this was the winner that you guys chose to work with today. Just going to kind of lay this out. Are you kidding? Oh, shoot. Well, I hope nobody wants to order this. Well, there's only 2 of this paper left. Shoot. I should have picked one that I had more of, but, you know, I wasn't thinking. Yeah. Oh, well. I got to get more ordered today. Anyway, that's on our list, and we meant to have that done by now, and today has gotten away from me like every other day, so. Doggone it, I keep trying to turn my fan on, and it is not cooling. Anyway, okay, let's lay this out here and figure out where we need to, where it's going to fall here. I'm just going to use my finger to score that. Ah, there it came on. And it's okay, but actually I'm going to let it hang off some because I'll just sand it off. And I think I'm going to just cut that off there. Actually, you know what? I have not tried to water method this paper yet, so let's see how that works. Hello, Patricia. Hey, Christine. Okay. I'm going to try it on the front and back because is that water coming out yet? Or is this the one that was not working the other day? Oh yeah, because there's no water in it. So yeah, that one's not going to work. And we may just have to use a paintbrush or something else. Yeah, because I don't see another one handy right now. Of course not. So I'm just going to use a paintbrush and water. I'm just going to wet it. And like I said, the only prep I did for this book, I did scuff sand it a little bit just because it was a slick kind of book. Much like this one. If you can tell, it's really slick. So I did scuff sand it. I still wasn't real impressed with how it took the paint and stuff, but I did another book, painted it also, and for that one I used bonding primer first, and I liked the way it turned out better. I honestly don't think it's going to make much difference either way, just because we're decoupaging over it. So it's not like it's, I don't think it's really going to make much difference either way, but, and I'll show you the other one here in a little bit too, but, okay. All right, I like that. And we can fill that in with paint or wax or whatever we decide to do there. Okay, we didn't really lose too much of our paper there. Okay. Hello, Peggy. Hey, Julie. Hey, Dawn. Back from the Mediterranean. Oh, wow. Sounds so fancy. Hey, Jeannie. Thank you. Craig said, is that slider? Well, hey, Craig. Oh, wow. I feel so special that he recognizes my voice. Hey, Carolyn. All right. Let's get this puppy on there. I think we're good to go. And there's so much going on with this paper, there's really not going to be much else to do to it. I mean, we could add a snowflake mold up there maybe, but other than that, there's really not any need for a stencil or anything. Now, like I said, I rushed this. It's kind of rough. My paint was a little thick, and yeah, I did not do a great job putting this on. So I might have a little texture underneath here. But another thing I was thinking, I wonder about putting like a crackle medium underneath here, like having a texture under here. So then, you wouldn't have to worry about trying to get it smooth because you'd already have a texture under there. Does that make sense to anyone besides me? Like if you were like freaking out that you can't work with tissue paper or something, that would be a way that, it's like, oh, it's already got texture underneath there. So I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make sense to anybody besides me, but I don't know. And I feel like the designs of my paper with all this going on, that it's not so important to get it. I don't know. It's not gonna show up so much if you don't have it perfectly smooth. Hello, is it Liza? I'm not sure. Hello, Pamela. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, Dawn. Precious snowman paper. See, I can't even see if I have wrinkles here. I feel them, but I don't see them. Oh, and I have so much glue on this felt that it is probably not the best to be putting on here. That's why you should have I say to put this in a little baggie so that you don't get glue on there, but then I have a hard time feeling where I'm going with that on there. And I know a lot of people use saran wrap on here, but I don't know. I don't like saran wrap on here. So I'm just using a paper towel. You do you, whatever works for you. And I'm just doing a little section at a time because I feel like that is what works best for the least amount of wrinkles. And you can come back with an iron too. If you're not happy with it in the end, you can come back with an iron with parchment paper between, put parchment paper on top of your paper and then put the iron, and do it that way to get any remaining wrinkles out of it. I think I did that in one of my videos. I think the very first video I did with my paper, just as an example, just to kind of show if you're a real perfectionist. I think my favorite tool to use is actually my fingers, but oh, thank you. Pronounced Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Feel you, that would look cool. Okay, are you talking about the crackle underneath there? Yes, I almost thought about trying that today. Just, you know, because it would have, you know, it would have a uniform crackle look underneath there for the paper to conform to. I don't know, it's just something that popped into my head. I swear, like I said, I can see, or I can feel wrinkles, but I really can't see them because there's so much going on in this paper design. Okay. And we'll go ahead and do this last little section. And we don't want to put a big old glob up there under that line. We want to put, you know, start below. I mean, that's with anything. Rice paper, tissue paper, any of the papers. You don't want to put the big old glob up there right underneath, or you're going to have a definite line. And we always want to cover, you know, you always want to get your decoupage medium on every surface, because if you have a dry spot, it's not going to stick, and then you're going to have a bubble. And we don't want bubbles. We can fix a bubble if we have to, but we would rather not have to. And I am using the plastic end without the felt right now. I don't like to because I could rip my paper, but trying to be very, very careful. And I'm not pressing very hard. Working on a 30 by 30 one of yours. If anyone's on the fence about these papers, I'm fairly new with decoupage, and these are wonderful. They're even more beautiful. Aw, thank you, Colleen. I appreciate that. Well, welcome, Karen. First time watching. Well, I hope this isn't too slow for you. This one's not going to be too exciting because there's just not much to do to it. Because I was wanting to redo, I don't know if you guys follow my friend, Megan, Gal versus Glue Gun. Oh, she had me, you know, for anybody who knows or doesn't know, my page, I had 100,000 followers on my old page, and then I got hacked. Anyway, she had me come on her page a few weeks ago, or probably been a month ago now, but anyway, I don't know. I was showing some things on there. I think I did a suitcase on her page. But anyway, I was showing these Christmas books that I had done, and she's like, oh, that's so cute. And so anyway, we had a mastermind meetup shortly after that live. So I brought her 4 of these decorated books. And anyway, she made something cute because she's more of a wreath maker. So anyway, she made this cutest thing out of one of them just a couple days ago. She folded the books inside and stuffed it with florals, and it was really cute. So, I forget what my point was there, but, oh, I was going to, since I lost my page, I lost that video. I mean, it's still on that page, but it's not in my possession anymore. So I was thinking about redoing that, video. Because in that video, we did, you know, we did decoupage and we did all kinds of stuff. We did crackle and like chameleon stuff. I mean, all kinds of stuff on it. This paper doesn't need it. I mean, it's got so much going on already, but I'm going to dry it so that we can come back and sand around our edges. Whoops, I think I need to get just a little more product around the underneath here. I want to make sure, yeah. Make sure that's going to stay down. And I guess even if it doesn't, we'll fudge it. But anyway, I saw that, so I wanted to do that. Whoa. Welcome, Donna. The suitcase was awesome. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's awesome. Megan is such a sweetheart. I just love her to pieces. We met in a business mastermind, well, probably almost 2 years ago now, so she is just a joy to be around. She's just so fun and innocent and naive at times, and oh, she makes me laugh. She makes me smile. Okay, I'm going to focus around these edges so that we can do a little sanding. Now, if you were on your own and you had time, you know, it would be nice to let this dry on its own a little bit so that it doesn't tear when you're sanding it. But, you know, for the sake of time, we're going to rush it. And I'm just going to get this over here, over the edge of the table where I can work on it easier. And I'm just sanding down just so I have a nice clean edge here. There's just something so satisfying to me about that nice clean edge when we sand it off. And you don't want to go that way or you are definitely going to rip your paper. And you don't want that. Didn't we do another? Oh, I think we did a Santa book the other day. I don't know where that one went. It can't be too far away. It was one of these bigger books, which my papers are 12 by 12. So you've got to get the bigger books. And you guys are probably tired of hearing me say this, but I get my bigger books at Salvation Army. Around me, the Salvation Army is where the cheaper books are. Hardback books are $1. And kids books, which is what this is, are 49 cents. And cookbooks, you know, are $1. And that's what, it's like kids books and, you know, big hardback books and cookbooks is what I need to get for my 12 by 12 papers. So, okay, that looks pretty stinking cute. Let's see, I think we're going to use some, let's see what I can find. Before I commit to a color of wax, let's see what I can find first. I'd like some aged brass, but... And we'll go ahead and do the back too, since there's really not much else I can do to the front. Sometimes I like some wrinkles depending on the project. Yes, I can see that too. Do you remember the love letter workshop I did a long time ago where we embraced our wrinkles? Let's see. Too many waxes here. Ooh, and I might have gave that one away. Let's see. I didn't know I would be using this one today. I might go with that if I don't find it in this stash here. We could go with Bronze Age, but really kind of wanted, and it's probably right in front of me, and I just am trying to hurry. Okay, we may just go with Bronze Age. Aged brass, there we go. I'm just gonna take some of this wax and go around the whole outside and more in there just to cover up. I don't know if you guys can see that, where it doesn't quite match, where it doesn't quite meet up to there. And we'll probably use this also around the book edges later. Oh, yes, thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Patricia. Yes, I forgot to seal it. Thanks for babysitting today, Patricia. I thought about it a while ago and then I forgot. So yes, I do want to seal this. I mean, I probably could have gotten by and sealed it over top of this. Normally, they say wax is last. Wax is a resist, so things are not supposed to be able to stick to wax, but I have sealed over this many times and it's been just fine. But ideally, this is the way you would do it, is you would seal first. So thank you, Patricia. I'm just sealing it with my same decoupage sealer that I put this on with. I got plenty on there. So let me see if I can clean off my brush a little bit. Yeah, definitely way more than I needed, but just try to keep my brush strokes all in the same direction. Okay, let's dry that. Actually, why don't we move on to the back? We'll let that dry on its own and we'll come back to that. How's that? So, hey, Pat. That's when I entered Tammy World, was the love letter piece. Oh, really? Anytime. What papers use which medium that works best to decoupage? I'm confused. Let me read that again. What papers use which medium? For the most part, you know, I'm using Pentart's decoupage, varnish, and glue. That works for most any, well, how do I say this? Rice papers, tissue papers, you know, basically the only time I use something different to decoupage with is the soft matte gel by Prima. I will use that for the thick papers. Those really thick fibrous papers, that's when I use a soft matte gel. Everything else I pretty much use Pentart's decoupage and varnish gel or Fusions, whatever theirs is, I can't think of it now. To me, this one and Fusions are just interchangeable. I mean, I love them both. So it's just whatever one I have handy and open at the time. So like I said, the only time I use something different is on those thicker papers. The thicker papers that are like the dryer sheet feel, I use the soft matte gel. I hope that makes sense. Okay, I gotta grab the other paper. I think we'll put the musical notes on the background. A lot of people liked that one too. If I can figure out what I did with them. Oh, Lordy. I know Courtney brought all 4 of them in here for me. And we have the one. Oh, crap on a shade. Oh, there they are. They fell off. And real quick, I'll show you the other ones that were in the running for today, in case you didn't see that. The other ones were these gingerbread houses, or candy cane houses, whatever you want to call them. And just an idea for these, I had thought about, I can turn them around. I was going to, sometime I would like to, maybe, possibly, I don't know if they're going to work, but I've got them out here. we've got these molds, these little gingerbread people. And I think they are just crazy enough to work. So I might be able to work those little gingerbread people onto there somehow. And I've got the little, I don't know if the little tree works so well, but anyway, I might try to work that out together somehow. So that was just an idea. Oh yeah, I think those could be cute. Oh, and we've got the trees too. The little tree molds. I've been painting some of these. Might be able to work, those aren't done yet, but anyway, might work some tree molds onto there too. Oh, and another idea I had, which we're not probably going to do this to the back, but this musical note one, I thought about doing gingerbread on. If it was the front of the book, you know, I don't know if I'd do that either, but maybe something like that. I don't know, it's probably not enough room. But, you know, with the gingerbread stuff on there, it might have been cute. And then a stencil on top, but just some other rando ideas. That's why I was having trouble. I was like, somebody rein me in because I cannot do it by myself. Okay, so let's get this decoupage on here. Okay, Pentart I use on everything just about. Yep, that's me too, Patricia. Yes, I can show that. The soft matte gel, that is what I use for the thick papers. It's just a thicker consistency. It just nails it down. They don't slide around. They are just, it's just really holds it on. Okay. Don't know why my air conditioning keeps thinking it needs to stop on me. Okay, let me see what else I'm missing here. You love both of these, thank you. Hello, Judy. Okay, good, Julie. Good, good, good. I'm glad that makes sense. Okay, again, we're gonna figure out where this fits the best. Top to bottom, it fits pretty spot on. And I don't have out really anything, which is just the back of the book. So, you know, there's really not a whole lot of, you know, we don't really need to go, in my opinion, we don't really need to go over the top on it, because is it going to be seen? Probably not, unless you do something like what my friend Megan did with it, which in this book would not be ideal for that. Because the book that I gave her, you know, had the book pages in it. This one's a skinny little book. Okay, again. All right. Move this out of the way so I can water method this. If that was the brush I was using or not. I'm just gonna wet it. So I can tear it. You've got to try a book. Oh gosh, yes. I love to do books. I feel like you guys are going to be tired of me doing books. But it's like I get on a tear of doing books and then I don't do any for a long time. But I feel like I've done quite a few lately. Okay. Alrighty. That fit just a little bit better in there. Okay. Let's start decoupaging this one on here. Probably don't need that much because we're just going to do a little section at a time. And I know some people like to spritz theirs, but to me, I don't know, whenever I do that, I have ripped my paper, so I clearly do not do it right. You ordered soft matte gel, so I wanted to make sure. Yep, that's what you ordered it for. Do you have a snowman mold for the music side? No, we don't. And I just told Prima that yesterday, that because they were talking about next year's, you know, what we thought about some different things. And I'm like, I would love to see a snowman mold, but I don't know if we'll get one or not, but I did request it. Order some, okay. What is used to harden the curled edges of pages on open books? I think I have just used like the decoupage medium. I think is what I used. Maybe even watered down, and like to glue the pages and yeah, and like that for that too. Yeah. And, you know, like curled them around a paintbrush, the end of a paintbrush or a pencil. And then, yeah, glued them with the decoupage medium. It's been a long time since I've done one, but I think that's what I used. And I was thinking I'd love to show mine from last year, but my pictures are just not very good. Just didn't photograph well for some reason. I've got a Halloween book, which I did take a picture of that, but I know I've got that pretty blue. I think we did it in the private group last year. There was a blue Christmas one. It might have been La Blanche papers from last year that were so pretty. I think is what we used, and a lot of blue waxes and stuff. It was so pretty. I don't know. I'll have to look and see if that turned out. I got to put a little more on here because I do have the fan blowing on me, and I feel like that's drying pretty fast. So I don't want to lay it down if it's already dried on me. Again, like I said, my designs are so not perfect, I guess, might be. I don't know. Or so busy, maybe. So mixed media looking that they might be more forgiving. Like if you do have wrinkles, you're not as apt to see them because there's so much going on in the design, I think. And maybe not all of my designs are that way, but these two for sure are that way. Well, and I wonder, I feel like maybe if you got one that wasn't, that you got, I don't know. If you do have, of course, I'm all about disguising imperfections. If you had one that, you know, of course, you could always try to get the wrinkles out by putting the parchment paper down and ironing it also, if you just, you know, had to. But then also you might be able to do, it depends on the design too, though. Because a lot of my papers are not light enough. Like, I don't think this one's even light enough to do like a fine line crackle. I feel like that would disguise, you know, if you had a lot of white in your design. I think that would, you know, could hide, you know, if you had a lot of wrinkles or something. But I was thinking that today because I was kind of wanting to use some fine line crackle. I was like, Tammy, I don't think your designs are really set up for that. So I might need to work on that. Actually, one or two of the Santas would be good for that, but I didn't have enough of those left in stock really to do that. But then I actually quit paying attention to what was in stock and just, yeah, I wasn't thinking. But anyway, so yeah, the Santas, some of the Santas with the white beards, those I could have done it. I hope that's making sense to you guys. Like if you've ever seen me do fine line crackle, I tell you it's got to be a design that has a lot of white or very light colors in it, because otherwise you're just not going to see it. It's definitely not going to show up much on here. On the snowman, some, but yeah. Okay, let's dry this, sand it, seal it if I don't forget. Hey, Erica. I'm glad you made it in for a bit. Maybe add snowflakes to music. Oh yeah, that would be cute. Courtney, are you watching? Can you put in a link for the blue tool? I think we just have a few left. I actually just ordered more today, and they're going to be white. But yeah, we should have a few of these left. I think. Hello, Jane. Thank you. Okay, let's sand off our excess. And obviously, this should not take this long. I'm just yakking, you know. It's hard for me to work very fast when I'm talking. Don't let me forget to seal this when I get done sanding this off here. I mean, it won't be the end of the world because I've forgotten before and it works out, but if I can remember first, it's better. Again, we should be very gentle because it is fresh, it is still damp. Like I said, if you've got the time to let it, you know, dry a little bit more naturally, you know, that much better, that much less chance of you ripping it, tearing it. Okay. All right, so that's what we're looking at for now. Okay, I gotta seal it. I did about forget. Oh, I got a low battery. It's on my iPad though, so. I thought I had a charger in here. Courtney, did you steal the charger from in here?
The charger?
Yeah, I'm going to. Did you take it?
For 10 days.
Okay. Getting them all the brush strokes going the same direction here now at the end. Okay, I'm going to dry that so we can move on. Thank you, Erica. I like buying the blank paper books from Walmart so people can add whatever's to it. Do you mean like a journal? Thank you. Courtney brought a charger in. Okay. Get that all dry now too. And I do have a couple snowflakes out. I don't know that I have enough, because I thought we could put one snowflake there, but I don't know if I have enough. Or where they are. Let's see here if I can drum up enough. Because those just happen to be sitting here. Yep, those are not. Okay. Let me take a quick peek and see if I see my snowflakes handy. So I took a bunch of stuff from North Carolina with me. Oh, I've got ornaments too. And I, of course, have not unpacked everything from North Carolina. I had a few. Ooh, I have an ornament already done, but yeah, I don't know. Ooh, actually, those colors aren't that bad, but they've got the ornament holes on them, and I don't want to cut those off because they're so pretty already. But anywho, okay. I actually have some ornaments that might, or not ornaments, snowflakes. And I don't mind cutting. Well, actually, okay, that one's, I mean, obviously I'm not going to use all these. I'm just grabbing what I've got already in here. So you guys tell me what we think we should do here. I'm thinking maybe one big one and some small ones. I may not have too many other small ones already done. And I may, but they may just not be here, so. Okay. And I can add to these. I can fudge them a little. That one's not really the best pour. Okay. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Daydream. Journaling, stickers, decoupage papers, how to make it personal. Gotcha. Love the papers. Thanks, Julie. Okay. So, what do we think? What do we want to put on the back here? I'll go ahead and start waxing around here so that you guys can tell me what we're going to do over here. And I think we'll put maybe this one here, maybe. But we'll do some wax here first. If we figure out what we did with it, here it is. Aged brass is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to work it into that crease, cover up where it didn't quite meet. And go all the way around the edges. I know this is odd for me. I normally use my fingers, and I will yet, but I knew I couldn't get into that crease with my finger. I was hoping this aged brass would kind of match this here, and it looks like it does, so yay. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of bring it in a little more. Just kind of, oops. Oh, wow. I thought that was my wax. That is more everywhere. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the spine with this too. The spine, it's so skinny on this one. There's just not much else I can do with it. I mean, I could, like a little something something, but sounds like I'm getting lazy. I probably should have went around the outside edges and painted before I'm doing this, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. You like the ornaments on the music side? Oh, we've got one here. Oh, well, the other ones, yeah, I don't want to use the ones that are already painted, but yeah, it could. Gosh, I know. Oh, I have a bunch of them in the house because I'm wanting to do a tutorial on them soon. But I don't know how many I have out here. It would be cute to have a little thing of ribbon and have one or two hanging down. Something, you know, like a couple hanging down like that, but something like that. But, you know, I'm still open to ideas too. Okay, we'll go ahead and bring that on around here too, on this side. I'm doing the wax around this edge. I was really thinking I would need to paint more around those edges first, but it seems to be hanging on there pretty good. I was thinking I would probably need to paint the book edges too, but we'll see. And sometimes I paint my book pages kind of shut, or sometimes I'm the queen of inconsistency. Sometimes I will water down some of my decoupage medium and brush it in all the book pages to get them to stay closed. Sometimes I will, it's been a long time since I've done that, but sometimes I will you know, tie a ribbon around it to keep them shut. I know a lot of people usually ask me those questions. That's why I thought I would address it. And sometimes I do none of that. Keep the snowflakes on the back too with a Let It Snow. Oh, I'll have to see. Yeah, if I have a stencil with a Let It Snow on here, then we could definitely keep the snowflakes. And that's something I meant to do. Well, actually. I was going to look for some stencils, but then I thought, well, I don't have room for one. But then I didn't think about what I was going to do on the back. So I didn't end up looking for my stencils. So I have to see what I have. I have some laying over there, but I don't know if they are anything remotely close to Christmas. I mean, they should be, but who knows? Okay, I'll finish this up later because this is tedious and boring. But let's go ahead and finish up this part of it, though. Just bringing more of this aged brass around the outside there, since we put it in the crack. I don't know if it even shows up on screen what I'm doing, but oh, Pat, I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, you've been on here and we've said hello. But now I realize you're talking to Deborah. So, it's okay. I'm just a little slow sometimes. Okay. So there's that. Let me see what I do have for stencils close by, if anything is Christmas, because I do try to keep some of those handy. Okay. These are clearly not. Okay, that is not my Christmas stencil stash. Okay, let me see what's in here real quick. I know this looks really professional. Have a nice poop, nice butt. I don't think those are what we're looking for. I have Noel. Get my hands on them. I should have Baby It's Cold Outside at least, or something like that. But I don't see it in here. Or Joy. Okay, that's all I see handy. I don't know why, but that is all. Yeah. Yeah, there were supposed to be some near me, but they are not. So, what do we think? You can see it. Okay, so we want Noel or do we want Joy? And a snowflake or two. Or I could just do raised snowflakes too. Oh, there's a... Oh, that one's so pretty though. I hate to cut that off. But I can. So, I'm waiting for you guys to tell me. Or I'm just going to wing it here in a minute. Unless I find another stencil somewhere here. But yeah, I don't know where they're at. Working myself into a hole here. Nope, more snowflakes. Okay. Joy, joy, joy. Down in my heart. Where? Okay, we're going to go with Joy. Let It Snow, Frosty the Snowman, Winter Wonderland. I don't know where they're at. Yeah, I don't know where they're at. So we're going to go with Joy. Okay. And maybe we'll just move it down to here. Okay, a lot of Joy. And then, yeah, let me know if we're wanting snowflakes or what we want to do there. And do we want, what do we want? What color-wise do we want to do there? And what are we going to do for this? Might just do white because that will show up on here. Yep, and I've got white here, so. Yeah, I wasn't planning on, I didn't look for stencils ahead of time. I got lucky to find the ones I found. Okay. So I'm going to do these here. Ooh, shoot. Ugh, I wish I had a thicker stencil. Like I said, I like the white Mylar a lot better. Of course, my I probably need to stir my stuff a little bit better. I got a few chunks in there too. It's probably not helping it. It's not too thick. I could add some water, but that might be a chunk. It was thick at one time and I added water, so. So what I'm using now is Stone Effect paste in Limestone. In case I did not say that. And I hope this turns out decent because I don't feel like I'm doing the best job. I'm trying to hurry. And like I said, the thicker stencils are much better for raised stenciling. I've had this one forever, since I knew better. Or since long before I knew better. Okay. Okay, it could be worse. All right, let's dry it so that I don't mess it up. Okay, I'm gonna go with that, Kathy. That'll be a lot quicker too. Just stenciling some snowflakes on the back. That'll be quicker. And like she said, it's just the back. So no need to have bulky molds on the back. No need to waste our molds on the back, I guess, really. Let's save that for some prettiness on the front. And it's not super even, so when this is completely dry in a couple hours, I would take a fine grit, you know, like a 220 or something, and sand this just to even it out a little bit. Okay. Okay, good deal. I didn't lose the stencil yet. Let me put that one there. Maybe we'll do these. Let's see. I don't know if this is thick enough. Oh my gosh, I can't even get that open. Okay, I might try this deluxe paste. I don't know if I can successfully do this or not. It's so pretty. But it's kind of a sparkly brown. Okay. You can hear the grit in it. I say it's not as thick as the Stone Effect paste, so I'm scared that it's gonna bleed. If it does, I'll wipe it off and we'll do something else. Wouldn't be the first time. Okay, I think that's all right. I'm gonna dry it real quick though, because I know I'm gonna smear it if I don't. Didn't look like it was drying at all, but I guess it is. Okay. Let's do one kind of going off the top. It's like fingernails on a blackboard. Sorry. I guess it kind of is, isn't it? Turn down your sound. Oh, that does sound awful, doesn't it? Sorry. Come on, get in there. Trying to get it in all the spots. Oh, I just about took it off and I see I missed some. Probably should have put my glasses on. I don't think I did the best on that one. I think that one looks more like a splat than a snowflake, but we're gonna go with it. Ow. Okay, we'll do this last one. Ooh, shoot, I just stuck my spatula underneath there, so sure that isn't going to look good. Okay, I think I'm going to put a little bit of aged brass on that Joy. I think I want to grunge it up or down a little bit because it's, I know we've got white over here, but I just don't feel like it's, I think it's too much, too white. Let me put this away. Actually, I had a booger of a time getting the old one open, so let me actually clean something off. Okay. Okay, who knows what I did with that wax from earlier. Oh well. I'm sure it'll show up earlier, or later, I mean. Let's put a little bit on here. Just kind of dirty it down a little. Now it looks more like it belongs here, to me at least. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. All right. I think I'm gonna quit there, other than, which, oh, I did not blow dry that or heat that up or dry that at all, did I? So I better not mess too much more with anything because those are not dry at all. And those will smear pretty easy. But I think the only thing I really have to do yet is probably paint that, all the book pages and the blue and green that you can see in there, and then hit it with that wax. So there's how the back looks. And, oh, looks like I need to hit that better too. I didn't see that from my angle. I better do that while, you would think while my wax is out and close, but, oh, there it is. And I actually see the wax, so yeah, from the angle I had it before, I couldn't see that that was not hit. So anyway, yeah, I need to paint that when this is more stable. And then, yeah, there's our Mr. Snowman on the front. And that's it. Thank you, Rebecca. Thanks, Kathy. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Peggy. Oh, good. You agree on the tone down of the joint? Yeah, it needed, I had to do something to it. It was bugging me. So, okay. I'm going to hop off of here. And we could have done some snow paste on here with our little snow pen. We could have added some snow paste on there, but I'm going to quit. Oh, we could have added some snow paste down there too. I'm going to quit though. So have a good weekend and I will see you later. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Julie. I keep wanting to lay that down and I'm going to screw up my snowflakes. Thank you, Pat. All right. Bye, everybody. Ooh.